Most of us grow up with this one idea hammered into our heads. Making money means trading your time for a paycheck. But what if there was another way? What if your money could work for you 24/7, even while you sleep? Well, today we're diving deep into the architecture of passive wealth.
Seriously, think about that for a second. The whole 9 to 5 grind is built on this exact idea. But here's the problem. It has a hard limit. There are only so many hours in a day you can work, right? Today, we're going to challenge that entire concept and explore a totally different path.
And that path? It's all about building assets. Things that generate income for you, again and again, with or without your direct involvement. Now, this isn't some get-rich-quick fantasy. Not at all. It's a real strategic way to build sustainable financial freedom. So, let's start with the absolute basics.
So, first things first, what are we actually talking about when we say passive income? Let's get a really clear definition down so we're all on the same page. The key phrase here, the one you really got to lock in, is little to no ongoing effort. See, this is the complete opposite of your typical job, where if you stop working, the money stops coming in. Simple as that. With passive income, you build a system, and that system keeps on paying you. I love this analogy because it just nails the concept perfectly. You do all the hard work up front, right? You dig the hole, plant the seed, water it. That's the active part. But once that tree is all grown up, it produces fruit year after year without you having to replant it every single time. That is the beautiful essence of passive income.
All right, so we've got the what down. Now let's get into the fun part, the how. What are some of the most common, most accessible ways you can actually start building these income streams for yourself?
Okay, we've got some great avenues here. First up, dividend-paying stocks. This is where you own a little piece of a big, established company, and they literally share their profits with you. Then there are digital products. Think ebooks or online courses. You create them once, and they can sell over and over, 24/7, becoming this awesome automated asset. Of course, there's the classic traditional route, rental properties, a tried-and-true wealth builder. And hey, even something as simple as a high-yield savings account is a starting point, letting you collect way more interest than a standard account.
Now, this all sounds pretty amazing, right? But, and this is super important, we've got to talk about the one thing that trips a lot of people up. There's a price of entry. Passive income always requires some kind of initial investment.
And yep, this is the catch. There's really no such thing as free money. That money tree we were just talking about, it doesn't just magically appear. It needs something to get started. So, what kind of investment are we actually talking about here?
What's really cool is that you basically have two main currencies you can use for this investment, your time or your money. If you've got capital saved up, awesome. You can invest it directly into things like dividend stocks or rental properties. But if you don't have a lot of cash lying around, that's okay too. You can invest your time to build an asset from scratch, like a blog, a YouTube channel, or an ebook that will eventually generate revenue for you down the line.
And ultimately, this is the real goal. This is the whole point. It's not just about piling up money. It's about generating enough passive income to cover your living expenses. Because once you hit that magic number, your time is finally your own. You get to choose how you spend your life instead of just working to survive. That's true freedom.
So, how do you even begin? Well, the path is actually pretty simple, even if it's not always easy. You just start small. Use whatever resource you have, whether that's a little bit of time or a little bit of money. Then, the most important part, stay consistent with it. And over time, you'll get to watch your wealth and your freedom grow. At the end of the day, building passive income is about designing a life of choice. It's about planting those trees today so you can enjoy the shade and the fruit in the future. So, looking at all these options, what's the first seed you're going to plant? I'd love to hear about it. Let me know in the comments below.